Pega, listen. Welcome to With Joe. It's called Imbizo. We have another session underway. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you that has been watching our videos, that has been sharing and showing us love. If you haven't yet, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also check us out on the socials. We're on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. It's at Imbizo ZA. Angivai ngedwa vandaag, ngivai nomngomezulu. Hola.
Hey Tyra, who's it?
Mnandi, easy. We also have a special guest today, Usbahle. Hello, Usbahle.
Hi, Tabiso.
Welcome to Imbizo.
Hi, thank you.
So today we're discussing a topic that it's Sbahle's topic actually. She requested that we discuss this topic, and it's kuluma ngabo millennial parents basically. Abo mama nabo baba babo bundle of joy. And okay. The topic is, why do they raise their kids to be English speaking as if English is their mother tongue? Okay. So why are we raising snobs? Why are we raising a cheese girl? Why bangakhulumi isiswati, isiZulu, isiXhosa, Sotho and whatever? So yeah, who wants to go first? Let's partly take it actually. Why did you ask for this topic specifically?
Tabiso, I think the reason why I feel like these, I don't know if it bothers me or I'm too much into culture. If I'm a cultural person, but I don't think I'm a cultural person. I don't know actually, but this thing bothers me because I feel like it's taking away our identity as Black people of South Africa, okay, and people that have like 11 official languages, African languages, and we just choose to take English as our home languages now. So I just wanted to see how other people view this, and it doesn't come from a judgmental perspective, but I'm just concerned about us as Black people.
Yeah. I think I agree with his part. I think now someone can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I think it's because now someone we're seeing the one and clubby every year in Dozinjalo, you know what I mean? But I think we find ourselves living in an environment or community that I want to, where we send our kids to school, when I figured out partner school in a crash, they are taught in a slum, and then they come home, but daddy, I want this, I want that, I'm tired, you know what I mean? I need your help, like you know what I mean, like you know, then it becomes a problem. I want so much, and kids are learning about, and kids at a young age they absorb so much about knowledge about at that young age. And basically, imagine over confusion. So you don't know what's happening. But I believe it's up to us as parents to instill in our kids that they should speak their mother tongue as well. So banga one dimension. That's what I think that we as parents need to also teach them as well, because they go out there at school, they learn English, and then even apparently, so we're a very diverse country as well. So we need to instill that thing in our kids.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason for this, okay, first of all, quick question: what language do you speak the most in your day? So I sit you awake for 12 to 15 hours in a day.
Yeah.
What language do you speak the most, and what language do you think in the most?
I think thinking is a more relevant one. What are you thinking? I think in English sometimes.
That's all. Sbahle's?
Most of my day I speak English, but I don't think I think in English. I think in Zulu.
Because I think as well, like, you know, we spend most of our times at work. And at work, the medium of language is English. So
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're frozen. But Giovanna, yeah. So I think at work it's 8 hours. We speak English in 8 hours of the day. We speak English in 17. Even now, as we're talking, maskulu maislu. Just joy.
Yeah. So the thing with the with where I was getting at when I asked the question is that, so now even in your day, as much as you can speak your own home language, but you find yourself with and a lot of the arguments, even how you argue, how you think, you are much more comfortable to do it in English. Why? It's that business language. That's what they call it. So Eskela, I was being taught in English, and then now I work and I speak English at work. So English is sort of taken over. And then when it comes to umtanami, we live in a competitive world, to be quite honest, guys. And we live in a world whereby if you can articulate yourself and if you can express yourself, you go far, you go places. So you also want your child to be at a competitive advantage. Mele akhone ukuzikhulumela, and there are a lot of people not good bahlakaniphile or they've got anything wow about them. Mara just good ringas. And they can bullshit their way through stuff, and therefore they get opportunities. So I think that's why a lot of people are sort of raising their kids to say, look, we want to equip you with this. But I think where we are sort of losing it as millennial parents is the part where we don't still preserve the culture. Like Usbashi was saying earlier, we don't still teach the culture and encourage, if you are Tswana, for example, you should still be able to speak this Tswana.
Yeah. May I please ask Imbizo, when as a person, as now you can articulate yourself very well, you speak good English. Did you at home speak English when growing up with your parents?
No, I didn't.
That's my point. You learned English at school, and when you went back home, you'd speak your home language. You'd speak Isiswati, if I'm not mistaken, or Zulu, or whatever language that you speak at home. But here you are able to speak English very well. You are one of the top marketers in your company, and you are going places. So what makes it different? What will make it different to your child? We would see, they must grow up speaking English, and when you grew up speaking your home language. What will change?
So you know what I think. I think we are lacking as a Black community. I want to trust our language and our literature. Especially, it's actually a beautiful language. It's a beautiful literature. They're mainly. I enjoy watching local movies. Because you can see what are the guys doing locally in terms of Abosba with the river, they're speaking Swana, Zulu, and you know what I mean. So I think we need to also go back to the roots of raising kids. Even in my crash, we need to have my crash that are predominantly African language based. Because they feel like if I can speak Slung, I'm nipara. So confidence because they can't speak Slung because they think Slung is this thing that's high and mighty and up there. So because we lack to give them that confidence, no, your home language is who you are, it's what you are. Accent to pants. And so we Puma grassroots, yeah. And to teach them crash, to learn maths. Amakallas, yes, you know what I mean? Those small things, because I was man.
Because that's the question, and now this is where you have to challenge even the government in terms of education policies and curriculum. Tina, all the schools I spoke about, which we studied in English and whatnot, Afrikaans kids always have an Afrikaans version of a paper. And at some universities, up until recently with the protests and whatnot, some classes are actually done in Afrikaans. When are we going to have classes in Swati or in Zulu or whatever, or in an African language? Yeah, so that we also develop our languages and we're able to have literature that's in our languages. We're able to also think in our languages and come up with stuff in our own languages. or culture.
It's a point, right? I think you look at a university like Stellenbosch University. It's one of the best universities in the country, because they've stuck to their guns and saying no. We will stick to Afrikaans. Doesn't matter we are post apartheid, but we'll stick to our Afrikaans. So angazi about EU kids about university. What are they? Why aren't they? Making sure literature it's based on the it's vendor or whatever language it's there. So we are lacking confidence, Tina, as a people.
So Bengishuguti, I feel like this should start at home. As Black people, Tina, we should be able to instill like how our parents did with us. Just from the first day a child is born, speak to them in your language. Then then you don't need universities to teach your child isiZulu or isiVenda or any other African language. You do it yourself as a parent. I feel like that's a responsibility of you as a parent of that child. So that conversation, AMA University, can be, maybe it can come later where we speak about decolonization of education and so forth, But at this point, I feel like as parents, I'm not a parent yet, but at the time, whenever I have a child, I will try and speak and help my child because it's taking us away. Like, we can't link with the community that we're in. You find a child that speaks to their parents or abantu abadala, they're just like, hey guys, where's the respect?
Yes, but I think you should be a parent, and you will see what happens.
Yeah, man. Because in our, do you know what's tough also with this thing? So from like birth till like 6 years, they advise Uguti don't speak a lot of languages to kids because it might confuse them and might end up even delaying them speaking.
But
So you can speak Zulu at home, for example. Tina, I think of the preschool that I went to, it wasn't so bougie. So I could get there and I could speak Isintu and will not be charged. But nowadays, you have a situation whereby these schools that are there, there's crash it's bougie. Frozen, Moana, Tinkerbell, you understand? They all speak that, and so it's sort of hard. We talk Zulu then Zulu, and then Magafika crash or wherever, switch and then it sort of becomes a challenge.
Yeah. I think, as you say, these kids, our kids, our kids, they watch about Tinkerbell. About Tinkerbell, about Moana. So they see it on TV as well. So as well as what we show our kids is important, because they want to be like those characters. They want to imitate them. So manje, when there's a parent, don't watch Tinkerbell. If there's a
that's not what I'm saying. Guys, listen. From my knowledge and my research, abantwana, they as people in general, we learn languages better. So if you speak to your child in English, maybe if your child goes to school and they speak English, they are able to grasp that language by yazi, and if you speak them in isiZulu, when they get home, they know I'm speaking isiZulu, ngiyasazi Zulu, and they're okay. They are able to learn. And what I've learned is that kids that only speak English and umama no baba bakhuluma isiZulu at home, mara man khuluma nomntwana ngikhuluma English, abantwana, they get confused. That's when kids get confused ukuthi kanti am I English? Not really. They think am I English, but they get confused and not. Then they fail to understand the English fully and understand isiZulu. I don't know if you get my point. Because I've seen that.
I get it.
I've seen my cousin's kids who speak only English at home. They can't speak to their grandparents, so the link between our families, then they disappear, because I can't hear you. What are you saying, bro? Like to an old granny. No koko na gets irritated. You know
What's
what?
up,
I
granny?
can't do this. So So I don't know if you understand my point, but I know that kids that can speak English and their native language are much more
jointed. No.
So I know that abantwana who can speak English and their own language, but they do very well at school as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you said now is quite interesting because abantwana ndamgogo abona they be abakhuluma isilungu mntana ukhuluma isilungu nogogo akusabi that abona ubudlelwano obukahle they lose that link nogogo abona bese umntwana misses out on that love gogo can't speak isilungu naye kuba ne problem kuba ne linking ekho sharp. So I 100% agree with you there, which is gogo efune ukuthi ahlangane no.
Yes, have that bond as a family.
Yeah,
yeah.
100%.
In our man, we're living a very fast life these days. Just even when we are spending time as families, the people are on their phones. People eat. But just when you eat, you know, everyone sits in one place at the same time. We all eat. After that, we all watch TV and talk. Like there's a certain 2 hours in the evening that you know that this is family time. But if you look at this generation right now, I look at like the abantwana basekhaya even, and I look at my nieces even. Now they go watch Netflix, they go watch whatever that they want to watch. Do you understand? So there's that disconnect now because we're not spending enough time.
Yeah,
that is true.
No, yeah, guys. I mean, I think from now on, I'll try and talk to my daughter in Zulu, but she'll respond to me. No,
because send more shit. Already. So Sbahle usincedile was because I also did see it.
I didn't realize how deep it goes. I know how deep it goes because I think especially when it comes to our kids bonding with our mothers and our family members, because manje that child layer uber like a stranger when the family gatherings, because she speaks English, manje they think she's a snob and I say snob just ukule ngesilungu and abana stentole because manje basemaka hey mntana wesilungu abana manje kuba those funny names that she is called and those things they grow on and they affect her as time goes on because she's seen as an outsider because she speaks this movement. Yes. Not knowing good when as parents you've caused that particular problem. Those are my last words. But for the educational lesson,
do you have any closing remarks, Sbahle?
I just want to say that it is important for us as African people, as South Africans, to know who we are and stay true to ourselves and help our kids to because you don't want your child at the age of 21 asking themselves, why did my parents rob me of my own culture? They go maybe to America and a person asks them, also, what language do you speak in Africa or in South Africa? Then they say, oh, we speak English. I feel like we are robbing ourselves if we do that. But everyone, you are your own person. You want to raise your family in the way that you want to. So you can still do that if you want. But I just want us as Africans to maybe try and be true to ourselves.
Yeah, man. Nice one.
Yeah. All right, man. From my side, I think this was an eye-opening topic. I didn't realize this. Umntwana, by the way, uthetha isiXhosa kahle fully. Okay, it's not because of me, obviously. Sibonga ugogo, I'm not gonna take credit, but and I think it's quite it's insightful. We must be careful to let us not kill our culture. Let's try to instill our culture in future generations. So that was Imbizo for the day. Thank you once again, Sbahle, for joining us. Don't forget to check us out on social media. It's at Imbizo ZA. Cheers.